welcome to this week's episode of Top Rope Podcast. I'm James.
I'm in.
And we're here to bring you the latest gossip from backstage in the wrestling world and also talk about last week's and this week's episode of NXT. So, we're going to kick things off with hot news. Right, what have we got, Ian? What's been going on?
Quite a bit this week. So, unfortunate news. Vince McMahon apparently has given the go-ahead to Hogan. If he can pass the physical, he can have a match at WrestleMania 32 next year.
How do you feel about that?
Not happy.
No,
I'm not a massive Hogan fan. I never have been.
Same.
And the more he wrestles, the less I want to see him.
Yeah, I mean, each time that we see Hogan, I'd say in the last, definitely the last 5 years, possibly even the last 10, every time I've seen Hogan, it's definitely gone downhill, as expected with his age.
Yeah.
But it's gone down. It's degraded to a point that
I don't mind him appearing at Mania.
Yeah,
like
appearing at Mania.
Like he did at WrestleMania 30 with The Rock and Austin and doing a little segment. Where he was the host, but I don't want to see him wrestle anymore.
No. I definitely agree. I'm fine with seeing him backstage in the ring, giving a little speech. But yeah, I don't want to see him in the ring.
No,
I don't want to see him wrestle.
I mean, I would imagine because of his age, it's either going to be a quick squash match with someone,
right,
or it's going to be in a tag match, so someone can carry the match and he can come in.
Just do the leg drop.
Well, I don't know if he can. He said some of his surgery is hit now.
That's true, yeah.
But that's how I reckon they would do it. I don't see them giving like a 15-minute match to him. It'd either be him against some heel and squash like Curtis Axel or someone similar to that, or they put him in a tag match so someone else can carry the match and then he can have his 2 minutes of fame.
Right.
But we'll see how he goes.
Yeah, well, hopefully it will. I'd be fine with seeing him do a special guest referee match.
I don't like special guest referee. Because Hogan will get involved. It's not. I don't
know.
What would be the point of him? They'd have to find a reason for him to be in the storyline.
Yeah, true. Okay, but then what about people have been talking about possibly Sting and Taker next year? Possibly. Right. So imagine if we had Sting.
I suppose he does have connections with both.
Exactly. Hogan started off in the WWE, like Taker, ended up in WCW where Sting was.
He did feud with Taker as well back in the day.
Yeah, there we go. So it would make sense because he also.
But I think he wants to have a match. It's not to ref; it's the match.
If he can't drop a leg drop,
he can still hulk up and hit and punch.
That's all it is. Literally, that's all he's going to be able to do is punch.
Yeah. That's bar the leg drop. What else have you ever seen Hogan do? Have you ever seen Hogan do a suplex?
Yeah, he must have done back in the day. I don't believe that Hogan
Scoop Sam.
Well, yeah, Scoop Sam. He must have done a suplex at some point. It would be a crime against wrestling if Hulk Hogan has never done a suplex.
Tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah, if we're wrong, let us know. Please let us know.
So yeah, we'll just have to see
how things go.
Yeah.
Hopefully
not.
Yeah, but
Taker's contract actually ends this week.
What does that really mean, though?
It just means his current contract finishes. So obviously he's going to sign some kind of either Legends deal or he probably has a Legends deal already. But
What is the Legends deal?
Basically, they get like royalties and certain appearances and stuff like that.
Right.
But I would imagine obviously he's not going to not re-sign and end up in TNA. You know. Yeah, you're not going to see like he's going to be next week. Fuck now he's in Ring of Honor or something.
Taker and Ring of Honor, that'd be sick.
It'd be crazy, but it won't happen. So obviously he just signed a new deal. Whether that means like he'll have like a clause in it for one more match or what, I don't know. But I doubt it's. You probably won't even find out about it, really. I imagine.
No, I can't imagine it's something they're going to announce on Raw.
No. Now, I know you haven't seen it this week, but we had the E60 ESPN special this week behind the curtain.
I've not seen it yet. It is something that I definitely want to check out.
It's good.
I love anything like that. Anything backstage, I'm a fan of it.
It was really good. I mean, I've seen other E60 things with ESPN with UFC and MMA, but no, it's really good. It's only an hour long, and basically it follows Xavier Woods, Adam Rose, and I've forgotten it again.
Christ, you did tell me the other day, but obviously I can't remember.
But it's really good. It basically follows them throughout the year in NXT.
So a whole year then, from start to finish?
Yeah, it doesn't say obviously this date, but it just follows them obviously how they're doing, how their characters evolved, how they moved on. So yeah, it's interesting. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. I'll definitely be checking that out. Hopefully before the next episode.
What else have we got here? Austin has been teasing he might have a match at WrestleMania 32.
Yes.
That's someone I would like to see at WrestleMania.
Yes, definitely, but not against Hogan.
No, not against Hogan, no.
Or Taker.
I mean, as we were discussing earlier, I mean, someone on our did say about Brock Lesnar. You could do that. That's one way of doing it. For me personally, I would say if he's not going to put over a younger talent, someone new, like I'm not sure who, a Sami Zayn or someone who's up and coming to get them over, then to me, I would personally say Triple H. That's one match I'd like to see. I mean, they've had a good rivalry and good chemistry before.
Yeah.
They've never had that Mania match. Taker's obviously Austin's a name. Triple H is still a big name in wrestling.
Yeah.
It's one of those like two part-time wrestlers who I'd still like to see.
Yeah.
Because obviously they want Austin there because it's in Texas this next year, so they're going to get that. But yeah, so I hope that should be good. So it depends who they pair him up with.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed they play it right.
Yeah.
What's this? I haven't read up on it fully yet. But was it Dixie Carter was on Austin's podcast this week? Have you listened to it?
Yes, I have. I've only listened to part one. There's 2 parts.
Right.
I think the second part comes out today, but I've only listened to part 1 bit so far.
Any good?
Yeah, I mean, the first bit, a lot of it was just from where Dixie Carter, about where how she started, what company, she worked for a marketing company,
right,
and then she was like the youngest vice president of the company or something. Then set up her own company, worked with lots of music actors, directors, and then how she started as an investor of TNA, and then took on more of it. I thought Dixie Carter had only come into TNA a couple of years ago, but she's actually been in since like 2002.
It's quite a while, actually.
Yeah, I only thought it was literally the last 5 years.
Really?
Well, that.
I mean, I've been watching TNA for coming up to 10 years, and she's always been in it as far as
I think when I used to watch, I didn't know she was involved with it then, but she's been for a long time. So.
Well, her and what was the company her dad owns? It's like an energy firm.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
They've just been pumping money into TNA. That's the whole time.
She did mention that, saying how they've had to reevaluate things, how they're looking at. They've had to let people go. They've had to let go people like a Hogan to make more money. But it made me laugh because she did say how she's had to readjust things to let people like a Hogan go and a Rusev go to reevaluate the company. Like, is it worth the money they're spending?
Definitely.
And said like they need to spend it on their younger talents like that. But then we let go of AJ.
Yeah.
Let go Christopher Daniels. We let go Samoa Joe.
With like Kazarian going.
Yeah. I understand. They're not young talent anymore, but they're still your foundation of TNA.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I'll still listen to the second bit, but it's definitely interesting if you haven't heard it.
Yeah, I'll be giving it a listen to at some point. Yeah. Once again, something else to watch.
Yeah.
What else have we got then?
So, Jericho has been announced as the main host for Tough Enough.
Yes, I've heard this.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we predicted it as well.
I think he had teased it a while back, saying denying it wasn't him, but kind of playing it off.
Yeah. Everyone loves Jericho, don't they?
Yeah, and I think he's a good. I think especially. I know you haven't caught it yet. Yeah, but last week I also did the podcast with Stephanie.
I have seen it. Yeah, I've seen the podcast.
I think he's a good host and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's someone who's been with he's like obviously the last one he had was with Austin. And it's good because obviously Jericho is a vet. He's been around for years now.
Yeah, he's such a general, and he's travelled the world.
Yeah, and he's good at that TV personality as well.
Yeah.
And I think because this year apparently it's going to be quite a different format.
Right.
It's in the USA Network. It's going to be like more reality TV as well. Like, there is bits of fans can vote in for stuff. So I think for more that kind of TV, more like not like a game show, but that kind of live TV,
right,
he'll do better than Austin. Austin's more of like in your face and like having to go at people. And
yeah, I think
he's going to be more of like a general host of the show.
Yeah,
which I think he will do. He's more of that TV personality. I
think Jericho is he's a bit more. A little bit more in touch with today's youth.
Yeah,
I'd go with, yeah.
His co-host will be Renee Young.
Nice.
Which I did see someone on Facebook moaning about, but I don't know why, because I think she brings that just like that almost sports interviewer side.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like you could
an woman almost like a professional from another industry,
from another network,
and she brings that make it almost that wrestling a bit more legit almost. She's got a proper presenting style.
Yeah. It's like you could easily imagine her like commentating at the Super Bowl. or something like that. She's genuine TV anchor.
Yeah, and they also said they've got special panel hosts, which I don't quite. Obviously, no one knows the exact how it's going to run yet.
Panel.
Not so much a panel. I think they're coaches almost.
Right.
They're not too clear because they said they're real coaches, and it'll be like Billy Gunn, Road Dogg.
I said Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, didn't I?
I can't remember, but the other I think it was a special panel host or something like that. I'm not too sure. People involved with the show would be Paige, Hulk Hogan, and Daniel Bryan.
It's not actually a bad lineup.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about Hogan, but I mean, Daniel Bryan, I think it's good for Daniel Bryan, especially with injured.
Yeah,
keeps
it's good
him on TV.
Yeah, people won't forget who he is then, which is good.
And Paige is interesting because obviously she's quite new, but she could just be like, I've been where you are. It's not long since I was brought up and stuff like that. So I think she brings that good side of it as well.
It's like the only thing she brings.
For you, maybe.
Oh, shut up.
So yeah, it should be good. I'm actually quite excited to see it now.
Yeah. When you say the panel though, my mind instantly goes to like Strictly Come Dancing with some shitty, cheesy like, oh my god, it's not that good this week.
Is that what you're going to be doing? I wasn't that good this week, brother.
I wasn't that good this week, brother.
I don't know. We'll have to see, but it should be good.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'll give it a go, and if it's good, I'll carry on watching. If it's crap, I'll stop.
I have actually read as well this week that the tap out adverts we see on NXT and the weird advert, motor clothesline that's next year. Apparently, it's because they have bought large shares in the company.
What, in Tap Out?
Yeah, I think it's about 40% of the company actually.
Right, yeah, that's kind
so this is why they're obviously making this big push for it. Which is a bit surprising, but just a little bit of little news there for you. Yeah. So NXT news this week. First of all, we had the Sami Zayn gets injured this week.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has a match on Raw, as we'll talk about later on.
Well, in the part 2 video that we'll be uploading.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, he gets injured. Apparently, he's on the way to the ring. He gets injured.
Do you know what? After I read that and you told me that it was on the way to the ring, I did actually when I actually went back to watch Sami Zayn coming down to the ring. Yeah. And at no point could I actually see where.
Apparently, it's when he's on the steps and he's just going, it's the crowd. And apparently, then he pops his shoulder.
He can't have been ready to be back in the ring if he managed to pop his shoulder.
Well, he might just be that it's just that week. He's just had from now on have a dodgy shoulder. And apparently the back loose suplex might have aggravated it worse. But if you watch it when the trainer comes out, you see him pop his shoulder back in.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair play to something, he carries on with the match.
Yeah.
You can tell it obviously affects the match a bit, but he still put on a performance.
Yeah, I mean, John. Well, we'll go on to the match later on. But so yeah, Sami Zayn's injured. How long is he out? Is that 6
It's not said that he's actually out yet. So they haven't confirmed if he's going to be out against. Because obviously he's meant to have a match with Kevin Owens in the special.
Which is that the 10th?
20th.
20th.
Yeah.
So it's 20th on the WWE Network.
Yes. But it hasn't been confirmed whether he's out or he's been able to do the match or what yet. So we'll have to see on that one. And also, kind of last night, Hideo has now been injured with a really bad shoulder injury. I think it's a shoulder injury. I'm pretty sure it was a shoulder one.
Right.
And he's going to be out for 6 to 8 months.
That's so bad. Because he's just started to get a bit of momentum going as well.
Yeah.
But I was thinking there is some good could come from this.
Right.
So if he's got 6 to 8 months off from being on TV, granted it's going to suck that when he comes back, people are going to have to familiarise themselves with him. But it gives him 6 to 8 months for him to work on his English.
I was about to say when Roman Reigns was off, because obviously they were pushing him and they knew his promo skills was his most weakness. Yeah. They actually sent him to do acting school for a month. Right. So it's essentially why he was off. So once again, that is something that Dave can do. Maybe work on his promo skills. I mean, his English got slightly better, but it's not. It's got. I would say it's got noticeably better. Yeah. But it's still Thai English. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's still not like main roster quality yet. But at least now he's got 6 to 8 months to improve on that. Yeah. But I think he'll be alright when he comes back. I hope he does come back. I hope he doesn't. He will. I hope he doesn't just be like, back to Japan. Nah, he'll come back, and I think if anything, it might help him because at the moment I think NXT is a bit full. I think they do need some there's some big stars at the moment, and he kind of gets overlooked. Exactly. And I think definitely he gets overlooked because of the language barrier. Yeah, so hopefully time by then his English will get better, and there'll be more space for him on NXT. Yeah. So, but all the best to Hideo. Yeah, we're sending you our love, Hideo, if you're watching this, which you probably are. Obviously. All the big stars too. Yeah. I think that's about it for the top news this week. Little bits of facts for you. I found out for the week. Yeah. The WWE as a whole employs 800 staff. Yeah. Stephanie said this on the podcast with Jericho. That was just quite a bit interesting. I don't know, in my head I would have thought it'd be more. I mean, 800 is a lot of people, but I just didn't imagine. Is that including like NXT? Yeah. Yeah, so I suppose it's not that much. Because I look at this massive, big billion-dollar company has thousands of staff, but it's 800. It's still quite a lot. Yeah. But yeah, it's not as much as what I would have been expecting. No. And we're catching up. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been counting the views, but I mean, last week our video got 34? No, 36. 34. 34 views between the 2 videos last week. Sorry, the 2 videos. 2 videos. Yeah, so last week the 2 videos that we put up combined made 36 views. Apparently the WWE channel has, so far this year, had 2 billion views. So we're catching up. Yeah, we're not far behind. Just a little bit of work to which
go.
Is more than like some of the NFL, UFC, NBA, all the major sports combined, WWE has still got more views than them.
Bloody hell.
That's crazy.
It's mad sometimes when you realise how big wrestling is.
Yeah.
You don't quite realise, do you? It's the WWE is, you know, they call it the WWE universe.
Yeah.
I always just think, it's so like self-loathing, isn't it? Like not loathing, but they love it.
I think now they've expanded to so many different bits of market.
Yeah, they've got their fingers in so many pies, so many irons.
And so it's not like I still resent Vince was saying he doesn't do wrestling, he does sports entertainment.
Yeah,
right?
I hear
but
that.
He does, like, you know, there is an entertainment. It's not just wrestling; it is sports entertainment.
Yeah, it is sports entertainment.
It is. So, but yeah, that's hot news this week.
Yeah. So if we've missed anything out, please comment below and let us know.
Or tweet us.
Or tweet us at Top Rope Podcast 1.
That's it.
Okay, so we're going to go straight on to last week's NXT, which was Wednesday the 29th of April. So we're going to be doing 2 episodes of NXT in this video, last week's and this week's. Right, so the show kicks off with Kevin Owens in the ring.
Yep.
Or coming down to the ring. And then it was obviously talking about Sami Zayn.
Yeah, calling out Sami Zayn to the ring.
Yeah, calling Sami Zayn out to the ring. On cue, William Regal comes down.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. But so Regal comes down, starts talking to Kevin Owens about the
saying how he's not going to make this a circus. This is, you can't use NXT for your platform to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
This is my show.
Trying to knock him down a peg.
Yeah.
And show him who's boss.
Yeah.
Before William Regal even had time to finish the whole conversation, I guess, Sami Zayn makes his way down to the ring, and then there was a little bit of trash talk from Sami Zayn aimed at Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I quite liked it. I mean, he was just basically saying like, you can't do nothing. Everything you've done, all your success, has been linked to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Like, you won the title, and it's to do with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He comes to the WWE, Sami Zayn's there. It's always been linked to him. So
Everything Sami Zayn's
I really
done.
liked this. It was kind of turning his Kevin Owens promo against him.
Yeah.
Like saying, this is what you said, turning it on Kevin Owens and obviously trying to get under his skin. And I like just like, it wasn't just a typical babyface thing. It was kind of like,
it was a bit of aggression.
Everything you've done is because of me.
Yeah. It was a bit of like ego behind it as well. Yeah. So it wasn't like John Cena face.
Yeah.
It was still face, obviously, but like, yeah, it was a bit more. I kind of got behind it a bit.
Yeah.
We both know that I'm not. I don't dislike Sami Zayn. I can't fault his ring work. He's awesome in the ring.
Yeah.
He's got some awesome mic skills. But there is just something about Sami Zayn that I don't like.
He's just two-faced. I get what you mean. Like,
I think it's just a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
But when he does these like serious promos, like when it comes down to
it was quite jokey. I thought it was kind of just like,
I think that was more
like, it's like, you're nothing without me. Oh, yeah, if you want some, well, you only got fame because of me.
I think that was a bit more like it was sarky.
Because
Canadians are more sarky.
Yeah, he was kind of baiting him, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was enticing him. It was trying to draw him in, but ended up Kevin Owens is now going to be putting the title on the line against Sami Zayn. Is it called Takeover?
They're all called Takeover. This one's called.
It's got an R or a P in it. Takeover something. I'm going to call it Takeover Retribution.
It's not.
I know it's not, but that's what I'm going to call it.
I'll find out.
Okay. But yeah, so Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn going head to head for the title on the 20th of May on the network.
Yeah.
And that should be, well, depending on if Sami Zayn's injured or not.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see, and obviously the state of hopefully, apparently we'll hear from Sami Zayn next week, but I imagine the news will probably break beforehand what's going on, so we'll just have to wait and see.
I bet when we see Sami Zayn next week, what's the bet? It's another one of those camcorder ones where it's from, oh, hi guys, I'm back home in Canada, and what's this about?
Maybe, I don't know, I have to see. I guarantee, healthy or not, and they should do, he's going to come out with a sling.
Yeah. He'll come out.
They're going to play on this injury.
Yeah. Because the thing is, as well, they're not going to be able to have a massively physical match, even if he is ready, right?
Yeah, even if he's cleared. Yeah.
I mean, if he managed to pop his arm out from chanting at the crowd,
true.
They're not going to have a physical match with him and Kevin Owens.
I mean, have to see how bad it is. It may be a case like that he just does nothing till then. But I mean, it's only 2 weeks away, so
it's exactly. It's only 2 weeks, so it's kind of hopeful thinking, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we've got to look forward to at Takeover. And then continuing on before any matches, there was a backstage segment with Enzo Amore and Cass with Carmella. And then she shoos Enzo and Cass off.
Yeah.
They bugger off. And
Blake and Murphy turn up.
Blake and Murphy.
I don't know which one it is, but one it has got that gay little knot thing.
Is that the ginger one or the? I'm pretty sure Blake is the blonde one.
I know they've just got that silly knot thing that all hipsters have nowadays.
Yeah, I think that's Blake.
Yeah,
I think. The only way I can even try and remember it is Blake is the blonde one.
Right.
Right, so Murphy's the ginger one. The only way I even remember that is because Blake, to me, is like, hey dude, I'm Blake, I'm a surfer. And he's Australian, so
yeah.
If that's even right, that might not be the Australian one, but that's definitely Blake.
Right, okay.
So yeah, they come out backstage there, they start talking to Carmella, trying to lay some moves down, mainly just to try and get under the skin of Enzo and Cass. Then we saw Alexa Bliss come out.
I didn't really get this pick.
No.
It didn't need to anything.
No, so Alexa Bliss comes after Blake and Murphy disperse. Alexa Bliss makes her way over, and then I can't remember what words were exchanged.
So yeah, and even can I, but whatever it is, Carmella just like kind of pushes her face.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a proper slap. It was more like like that. It was I don't know. But it must be setting up something.
Well, we'll see.
Well, we didn't see anything on this week's as a result of it, but yeah. So after that, it then kicks off into the first match of the night, which was Blake and Murphy versus Enzo and Cass, and this was a good match. But as with all of the matches from that episode of NXT, I felt because there was a lot more promos and VTs going on in that show, I felt like all of the matches kind of suffered a little bit with time.
Yeah, I just feel like NXT just needs a little bit extra time.
I know, even if I was even thinking, even if they could just add on an extra half hour. Yeah,
an hour and a half show. I mean, even 20 minutes, because you could have 20 minutes of like promo segments scattered through, and that would still give you, 10-15 minutes per match of that.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
maybe one day.
It wasn't like really short. The matches weren't like it didn't hinder the matches. It just kind of felt like they could have done with a few, maybe 5 minutes longer per match. But yeah, so we had Blake and Murphy and Enzo and Cass, and so this once again was a short match. I think this was probably the shortest match of the night. But I'm thinking this is probably because they're going to be going head to head at TakeOver.
I mean, I don't like it. I don't like seeing a non-title match a week before or 2 weeks before a title match. Like,
I know, it almost is like, well,
I don't mind if it's on like they could have had like Cass and Carmella versus Blake and Murphy and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
A mixed tag match or something.
Yeah, because then it's still it's not getting that match just yet. But it's play on it.
Yeah, it just seems like, I know what you mean. I've never really been a fan of it. Yeah, it was a good match, but it was a very short match.
Yeah.
Who won?
To me,
I can't remember.
Cass and Enzo.
Right. Oh yeah, it was a big win.
There was a bit in this match I did feel like Cass seemed to get the shine of the match. Like he had a bit where he was just taking Blake and Murphy out, and like so sometimes in the match there's one person who shines for it.
Yeah,
to me, this week it was Cass. He really. I mean, I like both of them, but I think Cass really had his spot in this match.
I think Cass is probably better in the ring.
Yeah, he's better than Enzo. Yeah, but I think he had a moment this week where like he was his like here's your 2 minutes now, go out and do it.
Yeah, he made the best of what he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Hopefully when I take over will be good as well, because they obviously have a bit longer time so they can tell that story and more. But we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah.
So after that, we then had a Becky Lynch promo, or VT. Good little promo. There's nothing really to mention about it. She's just talking about...
No, I liked it. I mean, I think sometimes it does help you have that, you get to know... Because we don't really know much about Becky Lynch.
No.
And I think when you get that backstory almost, you kind of appreciate the character and the wrestler more.
Yeah.
So you almost care. Like, obviously, we'll talk about next week's in a little bit. So this week's a little bit. But you can see they have slowly made her face.
Yes, it does look that way, doesn't it?
And I think that's a good way of doing it, is you get to know the character. She's travelled from Ireland, she's gone to England, she's gone to Japan. So you get to know her, so you get to know her story a bit more. It just makes you care about her.
Yeah, you can get a bit behind her more, because there's more to get behind.
Yeah, you're more invested in her, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, I like these little promos.
She's, even though on this week's NXT, she's still heel.
But she's going to be the face between her and Sasha Banks.
Yeah. Which is a bit weird, because it's only recently Becky Lynch has even turned heel. Whereas Sasha Banks has always been heel, as far as I remember.
Yeah, but as far as I've known, Becky Lynch has been heel.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, either way. So after the Becky Lynch promo, we then had, it was Emma versus Dana. Your favourite Dana. Everybody knows Dana.
Wasn't that Bailey and Dana?
No, Bailey comes down afterwards.
No.
Sorry, it was. Yeah, wasn't it?
Emma comes down at it.
That was it. Yeah. Sorry. My notes are a bit screwy. Right. So we had Emma. No, Bailey. We had Bailey.
Bailey and Dana Brooks. I think this match, if anything, just showed Dana Brooks needs more work.
I think she's definitely got potential.
But when you put her in
a ring with someone that can wrestle.
Bailey is like, I'd say number 2 in NXT.
Yeah, after who?
No, number 3. Sorry.
Who's your number 1?
Charlotte.
Then
Sasha Banks.
Then
Bailey.
Where's Becky Lynch in that list?
4th. I think Bailey's more solid than what Becky Lynch.
What in ring ability?
Yeah.
Not what?
I think Bailey's like quite rounded.
Bailey's good, right? I'm not down that. She's very well rounded.
Right.
But I'd say in ring, Maybe it's just because Becky Lynch's style is a bit more what I dig. I love like T-bone suplexes.
Yeah, no, I think she's.
Like that.
I think all round, like I said, between selling and I don't know. I think Bailey's just got it where Becky Lynch is almost there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that. I guess.
And I think this match obviously just made Dana Brooks look a bit weak.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe she should have a few more matches before she starts going. Like people maybe like against Emma or Alexa Bliss or some people who just aren't as quite.
Yeah, that aren't quite out there.
Yeah, or even a few more jobber matches. I know I hate usually when they have jobber match after jobber match.
Yeah.
But maybe 1 or 2 more. Even against a Carmella, you know, somewhere she's still gonna...
somewhere that she can like grind her teeth on
yeah.
and you know grow.
But no, it was a good match. It's still a better match than you ever see on Raw or SmackDown with the Divas. So
yeah, definitely.
But
it ended with Emma coming down.
Yeah.
Because she earlier on that night she had stolen
Bailey's
headbands, which is a bit of a silly angle. But
I kind of get Bailey's just like that's her stuff though, isn't it?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
But yeah, Bailey comes down the ring, distracts her, and then Dana Brooke goes to the
Mikinoshi drive, as we'll call it.
Yeah.
Must have a different name.
I actually read it on a site, and it was called the fireman's carry driver.
All right.
Which is a fireman's carry into a driver. That's the really technical way of saying it.
Yeah, but I don't know, when you say fireman's carry driver, I would think more of the attitude adjustment. Well, that's a driver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, right. So we then get a segment saying Regal has signed a triple threat match for number 1 contender for the title, which will be Finn Balor, Hideo, and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy with.
Well, I was happy with until Hideo went and got injured.
Well, yeah. So, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
So we then get Hideo versus Adam Rose.
This is the first time because a lot of you will know that up until recently I've not really been a WWE fan since about 2003. So Adam Rose, I've never actually really seen come down to the ring, apart from on WWE 2K15.
Right.
I've never actually seen him come down to the ring. I've seen him wrestle, but I've just not seen his entrance. And I hated it.
Do you know
and you love it, don't you? Is it his or is it Fandango?
No, it's both. No, I like his music.
Right.
Yeah, the party people and stuff.
I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
On the ESPN special, they talk about because they follow Adam Rose.
Right.
And basically, because he was this other character where he was a heel.
Right.
And they basically, you see him in a production meet with Triple H, and they were saying how like he's, they think his technical side is fine. He's a really nice guy, but he's playing a heel, and they could say like he's such a nice guy. You know, he's playing a heel. No one believes he is a heel because he's just too much of a nice guy.
Right.
So they turned to basically he just come up with a new character to do it. So he came up with this party one, and it's apparently actually based on Russell Brand.
Really?
He's meant to be this English party boy who doesn't give a fuck and all this stuff.
Right.
I think, yeah.
Fair enough. Where's Adam Rose from?
He's South African.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So it's just I don't know. He was just down there for a match.
Yeah, well, he was down there because Hideo had to fight someone, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hideo. I thought it was called Hideo, but it's Hideo.
Yeah. It was quite a quick match.
Yeah, it was just a squash match, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Once again, it was, like all the matches that night, it suffered from the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this was just a short match.
I think it's just building Hideo up still, isn't it?
Yeah. Either way, quick match.
Yeah.
No issues with it.
Yeah, another win for Hideo.
Yeah. Hideo is awesome, by the way. I just had to mention that. I love Hideo.
He's good.
He is so good. But yeah, so after that we had Becky Lynch versus some jobber.
Sarah Dobson.
So this was the second...
Done my research.
Who?
Sarah Dobson.
Sarah Dobson. Is she from
any... Sarah.
Subscribe, Sarah. Is she from any indies or do you know?
Yeah, she's just a local wrestler.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, so this is the second Divas match of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is first that I can remember. I don't remember there being more than one Divas match.
It probably has. It's just sometimes they're just quick ones, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah.
I was quite shocked when they came down for the second match. But once again, Becky Lynch is awesome.
Yeah, no, she is good.
I'd say Becky Lynch is... I don't know whether I'd say she's my favourite NXT diva.
Really?
If she's not my favourite, then I'd probably go with either Sasha Banks or Charlotte.
Obviously, yeah, but if you had so you're telling me you picked Becky Lynch over Charlotte? Because I can't fault Charlotte. I think
you can't fault Charlotte.
She's the perfect diva, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in my top five would be Charlotte, then Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and then the rest I don't really care about.
Bailey.
Yeah, I don't really rate Bailey though. No. See, no, she is. I can't fault.
You don't like her character. I can.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You don't like her character.
I don't
have a problem with it. Because it's not a typical diva like, oh look at me, I'm just going to have a bit of arse and everything else.
Well, yeah,
well, it's that kid thing.
Yeah.
But they're going to do. She still wrestle. She
can still wrestle. Yeah. But also as well, I just think she's going to shit finish it. A belly to belly. It's not even like a proper over the top belly to belly. It's like a proper old school side.
I don't like Charlotte's whatever that is.
Is it not Undertaker?
No.
Natural selection.
Yeah, it's a whiplash.
True. But then the figure 8.
Yeah, but she never used it as a finish though.
True. By the way, I'm a big fan.
This is a good match. I think, and this was definitely a match to show off Becky Lynch.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to jot down some of the notes. I mean, like you've got the reverse leg drop that she does at most matches.
Yeah, the quick ones. It's very quick leg drops like that.
Really quick. She normally does, I think, 2 or 3 leg drops.
She has 2 and then a thread where she.
And then the third one where as she jumps, she turns round.
Wrestling figures. James said he was going to bring wrestling figures to show moves, and
I was going to do this, right? If you can comment below, I'm thinking of bringing around a couple of wrestling figures, action figures, right? And so whenever we're talking about moves in particular, we're trying to describe them. At least we've got 2 figurines that we can actually, props. We have props. So if you think that's a good idea, just let us know. Just give us a yes to the figures or something like that, just so we know. Okay, so then there was a brutal armbar as well.
Fuji armbar.
Is it Fuji or Fujiwara?
Fujiwara, that's it.
Fujiwara armbar.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's a good one.
Yeah. That's when her opponent's face down?
Yeah, basically she sat on their back and lifts their arm.
Yeah, lifts her arm up, sort of between her legs. It's just brutal.
Yeah.
New Bird, I didn't really rate it that much. Was that Sophie Dobson? Sarah Dobson.
She was just a jobber. The match wasn't made to look good.
No, true. Well, yeah, true. I think when I watch like jobbers, if they're unknowns, I can't help but try and watch them, and I want them to be good. I'm always thinking like, oh, is this the next?
But you got to think how they were booked in that match. They're booked.
Yeah, they're obviously booked to be just a job, just to get just to get Becky Lynch over. But I can't. That's how I look at wrestling.
Then we get a backstage segment with Rhino. Because earlier in the show we see a video package for your mate Corbin,
Baron Bloody Corbin,
and this is Rhino just saying how he's the best and the unstoppable force. So obviously it's building our match between those 2,
which we'll get onto later.
Yeah.
Did you get my Snapchat about the tweet I sent to Baron Corbin?
Yes, I did.
Did you not think that was amazing?
That's alright.
So for you guys out there that obviously, like, I'm assuming most of you follow us on Twitter. But Baron Corbin sent out a tweet the other week, and basically his Instagram account got deleted or banned or something like that. And I tweeted back. It's so lame, but I liked it. I tweeted back and it's just like, yeah, Instagram are probably sick of seeing one wrestling move or something along those lines, and it didn't get retweeted.
Shock.
Or favorited.
Shock.
I'm surprised. I would have thought a lot of people following Baron Corbin would have seen that and been like, do you know what, this guy's got a problem.
I think most people understand that he barely has time in the match to do a move.
But
it's how he gets booked.
I know we've discussed this, and I know that's how he gets booked. But you have to ask yourself why he gets booked that way. There has to be a reason, because he can't wrestle.
No, because they're booking him as this monster who can't stop. He only needs one move because that's what it takes. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
We then get the earlier on the match we get to see Alex Riley comes into William Regal's office, demand that he should get a title shot against Kevin Owens, not Sami Zayn. William Regal tells Alex Riley, "You've had 2 chances. I can't justify another one."
Yeah.
Then gets in Sami Zayn's face and says if he can beat Sami Zayn, he should get a shot. Sami Zayn agrees to it. He needs a warm match. So we get Sami Zayn versus Alex Riley for the last match.
I thought it was actually an alright match.
It was one of the better matches I've seen of Alex Riley.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Alex Riley at all, especially on the mic.
No, he's just whiny. I'm gonna bring the rage.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like
Kevin Owens. Yeah, he took away my life. Now I'm gonna beat him up.
Beat him up
with the rage.
Rage with my face rage because I'm a good guy. He's like from 1994 or something. That's how that's how I picture him.
But no, the match was alright. It was good.
Yeah, for Alex Riley, it was a good match. I tell you what, he's got a hell of a drop kick on him.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He gets because he's not a small guy.
No, yeah,
and he gets some height.
In the main roster, he was classed as a small guy, but on NXT, he makes Kevin Owens look small.
Yeah,
and,
but yeah, he's got a nice drop kick on him.
Yeah. But during the match, obviously, we get Kevin Owens is on commentary at the same time as well.
Yeah,
and I thought he did quite a good job.
Yeah.
Probably being that he was he just got on the commentators. Why aren't you doing your job? And I think he plays that. I like him because he's not this monster heel. He's not like I'm a complete douche heel. But
he's a douche.
That's it. He is the douche.
Yeah.
Because his whole perspective against Sami Zayn is, I'm trying to feed my family. I'm just trying to be a dad. If I beat him, I get a title. I get more money. So why would I'm just providing for my dad. Why would you ask these questions? Why are you such an idiot? I'm just trying to provide for my family. Would you not provide for your family? I love it. It's just like proper real life being a heel.
Yeah. Wrestling's a job for him.
Yeah.
He's hard nut. He wrestles. He gets money for it. But yeah, what I like about Kevin Owens is he's not the sort of he is like a stereotypical heel, but he's more like he gets under people's skin.
Yeah.
Like it's not
winds you up.
Yeah, almost like kind of like like how Seth Rollins is kind of the same. He's like, well, no, Seth Rollins is more of a pest than he. Yeah. But it's like he's like that pissing little fly that won't fucking leave you alone. But Kevin Owens, he's more about words, isn't he?
Yeah.
Obviously, he runs down, he'll powerbomb someone into the ring apron. But I loved hearing him on commentary. Yeah. It was really good.
But so the end of the match is they both end up on the outside. Kevin Owens runs down, blindsides Sami Zayn. Yeah. Then attacks Alex Riley. Obviously, Sami Zayn wins by. I don't know who wins the match. Oh, Sami Zayn wins by.
Sami Zayn wins by.
And then Kevin Owens slams him to the back of the ramp, slams his head first.
Yes.
Goes to walk off and then runs back down and powerbombs Alex Riley on the apron, where the crowd chants "Thank you, Owens," or "Thank you, Kevin," which I admit I was like, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So that ends the NXT.
Yeah. So that was last week's NXT.
Yep.
So now we're going to get on to this week's.
Yep.
Which was from Wednesday the 6th. Just in case you're not watching this as soon as it gets uploaded, which I imagine most of you will be.
Crazy nutty.
Exactly. Okay, so as soon as NXT started this week, kicked off straight away with Charlotte versus Emma. She doesn't point. She just goes like this.
Nah, I like that she's kind of sort of. I ain't doing this. Like they've obviously made her completely heel now.
Yeah, I'm really behind her heel turn.
Yeah, I think she suits better. I didn't like the whole because even then I didn't really get she committed to it.
Yeah, it was so
now
crap. Like for months and months she was just like she's like Sin Cara with her. Lucha.
Poor Sin Cara.
Yeah, Sin Cara's proper like. Anyway, so it kicks off with Charlotte versus Emma, and do you know what? During the match, I don't know if you well, you probably noticed, but the crowd started chanting. Like, it's not even really that important. I don't even know why I noted it down, but it entertained me. They were like, "Let's go, Charlotte!"
Woo! Yeah.
It was just nice.
I do like the chant crowd. Chants we get in the NXT crowd.
Yeah, the NXT crowd, they are decent.
Yeah.
The NXT crowd,
it's all smart.
Yeah, it's us. It's basically the NXT crowd is who we're aiming to get to watch this.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this, then you are an NXT fan. So, I'm a big fan of the NXT fans. Yeah. But it was a decent match between Charlotte and Emma.
And it feels like we haven't seen Charlotte much lately the last couple of months.
No, I'm
since she lost the title, she's only been like here and there. Yeah. So it's just nice to see her in a match.
Do you reckon she's doing more dark shows for the main roster?
Well, because they're doing a lot more live shows now, aren't they? They're touring, so I imagine she's doing more shows for that.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why she hasn't moved up yet. I can't see.
I don't know either.
It's not like they've got this pressing issue going on with the Divas at the moment. I mean, it's just the Bella Twins and Naomi. And that are the only...
No. Did you see... Oh, we've gone over time, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I was about to start talking about Raw, but we'll avoid that. But yeah, it was a good match. There was a sick single Boston leg crab.
Yeah,
single leg.
But I think that goes to Charlotte how flexible.
Charlotte was.
Her foot was practically touching her head.
Yeah, it was probably about that far from her head.
Yeah.
Which is, considering I can't even get my foot that close to my face, to be able to do it backwards is insane. But yeah, I mean, what else happened in that match that was really massively notable? I think the main point of that match was to show that Emma can wrestle.
Yeah, and I think it's just always just Charlotte has been on TV quite, so just to keep you remembering.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, who better to have Emma wrestle against in order to get her not over, but
I think as well. There's very few face divas in NXT because you've only got Bayley and Charlotte now.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
Oh, Alexa Bliss, I suppose.
Yeah, but she just once again you didn't see her this week, did you?
But yeah, so it was an okay match.
Who won?
Charlotte.
Good boy.
So basically, we get Bayley come down the ring at the end, helps Emma up, and Emma's just like, oh, okay. Goes for the hug, and then Emma tries to walk away, and Bayley's still hugging her, won't let her go, and obviously does the belly to Bayley. So I really liked this, to be honest. Like, because obviously Emma's this like super face, a bit like Sami Zayn.
Right.
But then you could just see, like, you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But then you hear the crowd like just amping it, like waiting for it. And
yeah.
Just like,
and you can see like she was holding on just to try and draw out a bit more suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I liked it. I liked it, to be honest. I think she does need that slight aggression bit as well. So I think that was good.
Bayley. Yeah. It's the same with, once again, I mean, that's why I don't like, or why I didn't up until, Sami Zayn. That was the issue I had with Sami Zayn, there was no edge to him.
Yeah.
It was just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, there was no aggression or anything there. But it does look like he's going that way, and obviously now Bayley's getting that bit of edge as well, which is what I want to see.
We then get another video package about Becky Lynch, which is a bit more depth in from last week.
Yeah.
Once again, I really liked it. So obviously talked about her career in England, Japan, how she was the youngest female in Japan.
Youngest foreigner.
Oh, sorry.
Youngest foreigner to wrestle in Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's youngest female foreigner.
I'm not too sure. I know she did train with Finn.
In England.
Yeah, in England.
Whereabouts did Finn train in England?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah, I imagine probably did a bit in Ireland as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. You get that backstory, which I think it's always good to have you invest in the character.
Yeah, I always
we then get it's kind of a difference. We said this earlier that NXT to get more backstage segments.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make it a little bit more like their main shows, like Raw.
Which I said sometimes you need it to. I think the trouble with sometimes with NXT is that sometimes the matches are very quick and new people are easy to forget.
Yeah,
and this was a way of building the characters more because they don't get a lot of time to build their own characters.
No, yeah, some weeks.
So these short backstage segments gets time to develop their character, which once again it's all training for when they go to the main roster.
Yeah.
So it does make sense.
Yeah. But this, so I mean, after the Becky Lynch promo, we then had a sit-down interview with Michael Cole and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I really loved this.
Yeah, so did I.
Once again, it's Kevin Owens just showing exactly what he's like, saying, I've got the title.
So what story do you want me to give you? I'm telling you why I got the title. Why I did this to Sami Zayn. It's not personal. It's to feed my family.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. It was really weird to see Michael Cole on NXT.
Yeah, I did think that. I was surprised they didn't do someone like Renee Young, but I suppose sometimes it makes me more serious. Like, oh my god, it's Michael Cole doing it. This is serious.
It's so big that they've brought in the big guns to interview him. It would if this was 10 years ago, it would have been Jim Ross interviewing him. Yeah. Which would be nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice to interview with Kevin Owens. Obviously, it just kind of regurgitated the stuff he's been saying for a little while.
It's just building that heat and that story.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, with the match coming up at Takeover on the 20th, I think they're just trying to refresh people's memories because obviously, since Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, there's been Kevin Owens and Finn. There's been Kevin Owens and Alex Riley twice. Neville. So I think they just want to kind of refresh everyone about Sami Zayn. But yeah, so after that, we then had Rhino and Bull Dempsey. This was always going to be a squash match. I mean, I don't even...
I thought it... when I saw it, I was like, Bull Dempsey, right, it's going to be quicker than the average Rhino match we've had.
Yeah.
And he was playing 30 seconds longer.
Yeah. I was like, do you know what, this could actually be a good match.
Yeah.
and you know, it would make sense that they would put Rhino against Paul Dempsey. They're both similar build.
Yeah. I think if given time, it could have been a better match. This obviously was just to get Rhino in the ring, get him more cheers, and building up to the match. Because at the end, basically calls out Baron Corbin.
Which, do you know what? If this match, right? If at Takeover, right? If Baron Corbin and Rhino, if this match doesn't pull anything out for Baron Corbin, right? Then you will have to admit that Baron Corbin is shit.
I personally would like to see. I kind of would like to see Rhino go over Baron Corbin, which I don't like old people going over, oldest like wrestlers going over youngest.
No, yeah, I agree.
It's just burying him.
It just seems pointless.
But then I wouldn't mind seeing I wouldn't mind seeing Rhino go on to face Kevin Owens and have them have a program together, because they've done it in the Indies before. I know that.
Rhino and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, they've wrestled before in the Indies, so I'd like to see that, to be honest. And because after. So that's the same as saying we know what's going on with the title picture at the moment, but I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest.
Yeah,
or maybe not now, but to build up to that.
Yeah, and Kevin Owens seems to kind of have a fighting style that would kind of suit a match with Rhino.
Yeah.
But I want to see Rhino destroy Baron Corbin. I want to see him rip him to shreds. But I'm afraid it's going to be once again. You know the Paul Dempsey and Baron Corbin match a couple of months ago at Takeover. I reckon that's what it'll be like. They might get an extra couple of minutes. It might be a 3-minute match instead of 30 seconds. But all you'll see from Baron Corbin will be clothesline, kick, punch, possibly at best
suplex.
No, Christ no.
Who's got more moves?
Hulk
Hogan.
Or Baron Corbin.
Now that is a match for the ages. That's what I want to see at WrestleMania.
Baron Corbin versus Hulk Hogan.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'd like to see Baron Corbin end of days Hogan. I
love a big lump.
Well, I always think. If I think of Hogan wrestling, I think it was Judgment Day.
Yeah.
The classic. You must know the chokeslam that taken onto Hogan, and he knows so. And it
was, he got about that.
Yeah, literally about a foot off the ground. It was like, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. But yeah, I mean, I hate Baron Corbin. I absolutely.
Let's move on, because we all know this by now.
Yeah, I can't stand Baron Corbin. He's just a waste of space. But if this match doesn't show anything better from Baron Corbin, even you will have to admit
they need to do something with him.
Against Rhino, it should be to try and draw every last bit of
whether it's him or whether he's been booked like that, whatever reason it is, something has got to change, because I think even the crowd are losing interest in it now.
Yeah, it's a joke how long it's been going on for.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. So after this, we then had a Sasha Banks promo.
Yeah.
Good little promo. It was just regarding Becky Lynch.
Building match
building up for Takeover.
And I think Becky, once again, Sasha Banks, why she hasn't moved up for again. I think she's got the ring skills and she's got the promo skills to move up.
Yeah, I'm not sure why at the moment. I mean,
once they finally do, I think that's when Divas division will change completely.
Yeah, when we start getting this generation of NXT Divas going up to the main roster, that'll be when it stops becoming a piss break.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had a little promo from Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
They went into I've never heard of these guys, but Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder.
I think they are. We will be seeing them on TV soon.
Right, and they kind of like when Ty Dillinger came in.
Yeah, I think they are part of NXT. They're just not part of the TV part of NXT.
Right, but they're maybe coming up to it to the point where they're going to be on NXT TV.
Yeah, so they went to face Cass and Enzo. We get the music played 3 times. No one comes up. I did think that we were going to get Blake and Murphy come out dressed as Enzo and Cass, which I thought would have been really good, because Enzo and Cass, they take the mick, don't they, out of Blake and Murphy.
Yeah.
So I thought it would have been a good bit to have them come out and obviously do the match, but dress up as Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
And maybe do his little spin. And I thought that would have been a really good way to get a bit of heat.
It would have been good.
But instead, we basically just get them laid out on the floor with Blake and Murphy doing a kick.
With Carmella just being like, "Oh no, guys, stop!"
It was quite bad.
Yeah, it wasn't the best backstage jump that I've seen in a long time, but I mean,
it was what it was.
That's his catchphrase, and I mean, most of you probably noticed that he says that a lot. But it was what it was.
It was what it was. I'm going to ban the t-shirt.
Okay, right. So then we had a follow-up interview with Michael Cole, but with Sami Zayn, as opposed to Kevin Owens.
And it did as well. It did state these were pre-recorded, so it's recorded before we get the injury status on
right.
Zayn. And after the interview, they do say about how he had a match on the way, how he has hurt his shoulder. So they have mentioned it on TV as well. So they're not hiding from it. So it makes you think maybe it's not as bad as they think it is if they're mentioning it on TV.
Although on TV they mentioned that he popped his arm from a back body drop.
Well, obviously they're not going to say he hurt it from swinging his arms out in the crowd.
Yeah, because that'd just be embarrassing. Do you know what made me think though, right? You know, with the whole he's popped his arm from doing that to the crowd, and I said that maybe he's coming back too early.
Right.
Doesn't that just circle back round to what CM Punk was saying?
True.
Maybe there is something. Maybe
I don't think he's back so because he's been back a while ago. I think it's more he's just got a dodgy shoulder and he just got 2 amps and just popped his shoulder.
Maybe he was in Montreal and.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We're diversing.
Right. So after the Sami Zayn promo, we then had the Becky Lynch contract signing with Sasha Banks. I thought this was pretty good.
It was good, apart from it made William Regal look like the shittest GM ever.
And the referees as well.
I can understand, right, if it was Theodore Long or Eric Bischoff, someone who wasn't a former wrestler.
Yeah, but William Regal, a former wrestler, former European champion, and possibly
IC title,
and Intercontinental champion. Right, so Sasha Banks ends up. She just.
We get Becky Lynch saying she doesn't do a quick I'm going to say something and that's the face turn because she's like, I'm doing this for this and this. Yeah. And straight away you think, right, they've turned her face.
Yeah.
Signs it. Then Sasha Banks gets out her stamp.
Which I thought was good.
Which when the crowd chanted, "You're the boss." No, that was boss. Sorry, that was boss.
Yeah,
that was good. Sorry, then carry on.
So Sasha Banks ends up basically just doing a number on Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
To the point that Sasha Banks ends up on the table, and she's got her foot on Becky Lynch.
William Regal. No.
Yeah, with William Regal just stood at the table, being like, "No, get down, get down."
Get down.
Get down!
I told you once. No, I'm telling you again.
If you don't get down, you'll not have an ice cream. So yeah, it was so silly because I mean, let's be honest. William Regal, Sasha Banks is tiny. He could have just picked her up from the put. Yeah, exactly. And there was 3 of them. There was him and 2 refs.
Either refs, I understand, right? But William Regal, who is a wrestler, who's not a small guy.
He's not a small guy.
And who gets in between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, whoa, none of that.
Don't want to be any part of that. Not that.
And then Becky Lynch gets the upper hand and puts Sasha Banks in the armbar. Yeah. And he's still like, no, stop that. Get off her. Get off her.
What are you doing? What is one doing?
Yeah, it looks... That's the only problem I had with that segment. Apart from that, I really liked it.
Yeah.
That's just the major issue I had with that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late
It made William Regal look like a pants.
Yeah. I mean, they should have waited until maybe Regal had left the ring, or maybe Becky Lynch left the ring.
He didn't even have to be there.
That's true.
They could have had, Renee Young in the ring and do it, so that she wouldn't get involved. They had to have someone in the ring.
Yeah.
But, or Brian Paxton, it could have been someone else.
Hmm. Okay, so after that, we then had an Alex Riley promo.
Oh, whinge. Oh, I just had a knee surgery. I'm going to be out. The fans wanted me out, so now I'm coming back.
Right. Okay, which is basically what it was. It's like him
I didn't know if it was meant to be heel or face or
I'm kind of getting the taste that he's going to be... It's a heel turn.
It's just like whining. Just like...
He is a proper...
Right, go then.
He's a whiny little bitch.
No one cares.
He really does whine. But, so we had a little promo with him, and it was one of the... cell phone or mobile phone videos, which I'm not really a fan of. I don't like this.
That makes it strange to be like, is them doing it?
Right, I get it.
Check out our quality on our video from this podcast, right? And now check out their quality. It's worse. These guys are wrestlers. They get paid more money than I fucking do.
Yeah,
they can afford an iPhone 6.
Yeah, there's no way that that's their genuine phone. Yeah. They just added some grainy effect to make it look like, it was a cell phone. But yeah. Alex Riley promo, basically saying, I mean, what was he even saying? He was just
basically he's out because he has genuinely got a knee injury.
Right.
So he'll be out for a while, and I think he was just explaining why he wouldn't be back on TV for a while. But
which no one gives a fuck about.
No. So then we get Dana Brooks doing an interview. I don't know her name. I keep forgetting the interview. The woman with dark hair. She does the interview segments.
The one that looks like she's from The Only Way to Essex.
Yeah, and I always feel sorry for her because everyone really treats her like shit.
Yeah, they always. Yeah, everyone kind of. She was
patronising.
She was interviews the heels.
And at the end of it always finishes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a funny little. She's kind of like the.
Jonathan Coachman.
Yeah. She's the female version.
But she doesn't really say anything. You ask one question and then they just say it and then they're like, oh yeah, bye love.
Bye love, good girl. Bye.
But yeah, she basically just talks about Charlotte and how she's the superior diva.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's someone to put her with and give Charlotte something to do.
Yeah. So after that, we then had Tyler Breeze versus Hideo Itami.
With Finn Balor at ringside,
Yes.
in a nice suit, looking all posh.
All posh.
Yeah.
All the ladies out there would love that. Irishman in a tux.
Oh yeah.
They weren't in a tux, it was just a suit. But so this was a good match.
Yeah.
We've seen it
quite a bit, so I think by now these two have got good chemistry together.
Yeah.
You can put a match together.
Yeah, you can see they've worked together for quite a while.
Yeah.
And as I've said earlier, I'm a big fan of Hideo.
But you don't like Tyler Breeze, do you?
No, not really. I don't know if it's just his character or not though.
But to me, that's good.
Yeah, I know that they give him that character to get heat.
Yeah.
I'm probably playing right into their hands, but I don't know if
I just want him to lose. He's such a bad guy.
Look at that bad guy! I want him to lose, goddammit! To be honest, as much as I hate him, I'd probably say he's over. But I just hate that character style.
But I love that character because I don't like it, but that's why I like it because it's in wrestling. There's heels, right? You think, oh, that's good, and you see something, oh, they're getting heat for that. But it's very rare. I think, oh, I don't like him because that he's playing that character.
Yeah.
But he's someone I'm not like. I forget he's playing a character. I just think that's him. He's just this arrogant person who wants to take selfies and everything I hate about general culture today, right? So it makes you think he's not playing a character. That's just him, and that makes me don't like him. Which is the best. If you can do that, that's your job. How often in wrestling do you forget about characters and someone trying to portray it? So to me, he does the perfect thing as a heel.
He is over, isn't he?
Yeah.
And
I think his ring works, but he's not like outstanding or.
There's nothing like really.
But he's better than others. There's other people on the main roster who he's better than some of the people on the main roster.
I do think he needs to get a new finisher though.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people when NXT need a new finisher.
Yeah, that's true. I'm fine with the super kick. It's the spinning wheel kick.
Yeah.
Which he pulls off well. It should be a signature or something, but.
It needs to be set up for something else.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't be his finisher.
Beauty shot. No,
that's called the beauty shot.
Yeah.
That's the wheel kick, I think. So during this match, at one point, Hideo inadvertently boots Finn Balor.
Yeah, so Finn sat on the chair on the ringside. Tyler Breeze is by his feet. He gets out of the way, and Hideo runs and accidentally kicks Finn.
Yeah, it looked quite a stiff kick.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the barrier fell back.
Yeah, the barrier proper went, and
he sold it well.
Yeah, he did so well. I don't think he had much choice but to say well, because I imagine it probably did hurt.
Well, yeah, it's probably payback for that time Finn drop kicked the crap
out of Hideo into the corner.
I'm getting you back tonight, son.
But yeah, Hideo wins this match.
Yeah.
Because basically Tyler Breeze was he distracted?
No, he just got on with the shotgun kick.
Oh yeah, that's it. He jumped in. Yeah, so after the Finn Balor incident. They then run into the ring, or Hideo chucks Tyler Breeze in the ring, then gets the shotgun kick, pulls off the win. Good match, once again, as we said, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
But it was a solid match.
Yeah, also at the end of the match we get Tyler Breeze starts attacking Hideo, Finn comes in, pulls him off.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see Finn and Hideo go at it.
So do I. Do you know what? I didn't before, because I was like, oh man, they're both good guys, they should be tag teams, best BFFs. But do you know what?
I wanted to see him go at it, but in the end, Tyler Breeze catches both of them,
which I thought was a good touch. Actually.
And even though I like to see them two again, I liked the fact that Tyler Breeze stands tall and he's the one he's not going to win the match.
Yeah, you're not. No one's expecting.
But I like the fact that he was the one that was standing tall.
Yeah, at the end of the match, he was the one that walked away.
Maybe he will win.
Yeah. It added a bit more of they chucked a bit of doubt into him, didn't they?
Which is good. Yeah.
It was a nice little surprise.
NXT solid as always.
Yeah, another good week of NXT.
Yeah.
I definitely am a big fan of how they're giving a bit more backstage time for promos.
Yeah, I just wish they had a little bit extra.
Yeah, just 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes, maybe half hour.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably even get away with just 15 extra minutes.
Yeah.
Just enough, just so that each match gets
just so the promos they're adding in aren't taking.
Yeah, nothing's been sacrificed to get those promos in, but hopefully
it definitely is becoming its own brand.
Yeah. Definitely. And I've noticed as well that over the last few weeks, instead of NXT being like 47, 48 minutes, it's gradually been going 50, from that. So like this week's was 59 minutes. Yeah. So like,
I don't understand why they don't do it more because it's on the network. It's not that they have like it's a TV station where they have to.
They only get a certain amount of
it's their network. They can give as much airtime as they like.
Yeah. So I don't know why either. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe one day they will do, but
I reckon they will do at one point.
So, but yeah, obviously we've got the special coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll try and do a pre-show and maybe an after show, or we'll incorporate it somehow into the podcast.
We should be able to do something. We'll definitely do a separate show for after the takeover, but hopefully we'll get to do a pre-show as well. So that wraps up this week's and last week's NXT.
Yep. Remember to leave a comment, subscribe, tweet, any ask questions.
Yes.
So this is part 1. Check out part 2 coming up in a bit, which should be coming Raw or Smackdown.
Yeah. So check out part 2. Like,
So,
subscribe, comment, Twitter, at Top Rope Podcast 1.
So check you in the next episode.
Boom. See you later.